What are the top 10 most expensive alternate art Pokemon cards? Let's get right into it and take a look. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Feeling a little sick this week, so I'm not going to waste too much time here. We're going to get right into the top 10 alternate art cards. There's been a lot of movement over the last couple weeks, and kind of ever since we've been seeing some of that suspected, market manipulation, we're seeing it a lot with the alternate arts, or at least huge price spikes. The top 10 has been shifting pretty drastically over the last little while, so let's get right into it as of April 13th, 2024. All right, so coming in at number 10, one of my personal favorites, one that I still need to get, so I'm a little sad that it's spiking up so quickly right now. It's the Espeon Vmax from Fusion Strike. This card, you can see in the last, month, basically, it's gone up $30. We're sitting at $153 right now, around that. 150, 155, we'll say in that range. This card is pretty much gone right back to its one-year high. It dipped a lot over the last year, but as we've seen Fusion Strike booster boxes selling out and going for a lot, I know I'm seeing them at around 300 Canadian now, which is crazy because I was able to pick them up for like 110 when they were new. This set has just gone berserk. I think it's going to keep climbing, at least these alternate arts. I'm sure Gengar's on this list. But sitting at number 10, we got Espeon Vmax, an amazing card. Great value. It's going to keep going up. I'm sure this will hit $200. It'll look great beside an Umbreon. I feel like they're kind of like a yin-yang style artwork. One's night, one's day. I really want this in a PSA 10 to go with my Moonbreon. We'll see how the price goes, though. All right, number 9. I'm sure everyone knows Evolving Skies is going to be on this list. A lot of the evolutions are in that top 10. But we got the Glaiveon. This is a card I was lucky enough to pull out of a 3-pack blister. Amazing 3-pack blister. I pulled a lot of alt arts during that Chilling Reign Evolving Skies era from the 3-packs. We got the Glaiveon. It's going for $160 right now. It's climbed a lot, about $10 over the last 3 months. In the last year, though, it's climbed steadily. It's gone up from about 140 to 160. I think it's going to steadily climb. All these Evolving Skies alt arts are going to have to follow suit with the huge boom in the booster box. Those Evolving Skies booster boxes might hit $1,000 this year. I don't think anyone was expecting them to pop off as much as they've been over the last few months. But as that set keeps booming, all the alt arts, all the singles are going to have to follow suit. I don't know if eventually we'll see the whole top 10 as Evolving Skies singles. I doubt it, because there's a lot of really hefty cards in other sets. But Glaiveon, it's a beauty, coming in at number 9. All right, from there we have the Lugia from Silver Tempest at number 8. This card's a little weird. I covered this in the undervalued alt art video I did. I don't know if it was the first or the second. And it was going for, $120, which I thought was a great value. I was personally looking at picking one up, and then I pulled it out of a random Silver Tempest pack that I had. I think I got a bunch of those Pokeball tins on clearance at Toys R Us here, and managed to pull it, surprisingly. But this card has gone up about $45 in the last 3 months. It was as low as $115, but in the last, week, it's gone up $15. I'm not too sure why it's spiking up so much right now. Maybe people are starting to FOMO with Astral Radiance selling out. People are kind of worried about Silver Tempest. Even though it was overprinted, a lot of people seem to think this card doesn't deserve much value. Apparently it's easy to pull. I'm not too sure. I opened a ton of Silver Tempest, and this was the only alt art I pulled, and I pulled it this late, and I've been opening it pretty steadily since it was released. I think it's an awesome card. I think it deserves to be in the top 10. Number 8 is a solid spot for it, but it's booming up. Will it hit $200? I doubt it, but you never know. We'll have to see where it goes. Up next, this is a crazy graph to look at. I'll pop up the 3-month and the 1 year on this card. It's the Umbreon V from Evolving Skies, not the Moonbreon, just the V, which kind of wasn't too sought after. I remember this card being relatively cheap. Over the last year, it's been steady between like $85 and $100 up until about a month ago, almost exactly a month ago, and it has gone up to 173, backed off a couple bucks. It's still going for over 170. Basically, over the last month, this card has just boomed in value. It went from $92 all the way to 173, so almost double. I'm sure it'll hit that 180, so it'll hit double what it was going for a month ago. Insane. I'm not sure why it's spiking up again. Could be the same as the Glaiveon. Evolving Skies is booming. All the singles will have to follow. The poor man's Moonbreon, maybe, as some would say. I liked this card a lot when it came out. I would have been stoked to pull it. But now, as the set is kind of settled, I don't really see a $200 value for this card. I know it's hard to pull. If you want to have an Evolving Skies Master set, you're going to need to pick it up. But it's grown. You know, I was watching PokeJace. If you haven't subscribed to PokeJace, check him out. I've been watching his content for probably over a year at this point. But he did a video kind of going over some of these top 10 alternate arts, and I think he posted it about a week ago, and this card was right at the bottom. It was either in his honorable mentions or like 9 or 10, and now it's number 7. So it's just steadily booming in price. I don't know if it's going to keep going to 200. I'd imagine it will, but we'll wait and see. Now another one, following the same graph. These graphs are kind of interesting to look at. You got the Leafeon Vmax. This is the card I wanted to pull the most out of this set. It was pretty steady at $160. I didn't really want to pay that. I was hoping it would drop a little bit, but I think we've missed the boat on a lot of these alt arts dropping to affordable prices, because this card boomed similar to the Umbreon. About 2 weeks ago, it started climbing from 159, 155 to 160 in that range. And it went to 194 a couple days ago, backed off again to like 190. But, usually it backs off and then spikes some more. So this card's going to hit 200, I'd assume, in April before May. I want to pick it up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to at this price, but it's incredible. It's a beautiful card. I love the artwork on it. One of my favorites. When Evolving Skies came out, this was the number one card I wanted. Never got it. I don't know if I will at this point. Value's too high for me. Maybe if I trade some sealed product or something. But yeah, Leafeon Vmax sitting at number 5. So this list has been pretty dominated by evolution so far, but we're starting to get away from that a little bit for the next few cards. Number 4 is the Blazin Vmax from Chilling Reign. The big chase from Chilling Reign. It's been on a steady climb the last 3 months, hitting over 200, going for about 215 right now. This card, I've said it before, not my favorite artwork, not my favorite Blaziken. I love Blaziken. I like some of the Trainer Gallery ones more than this one personally. And in Chilling Reign, to be honest, I think there are better cards. I think the Galarian Rapidash is nice. I think the Moltres is a beauty. There's a lot of really nice cards. Art style on this, not for me. But needless to say, it's popping off in value. Again, a lot of these alt arts are just skyrocketing right now. I think the time to buy these was about a month or two ago. Hopefully, some of the other cards are still low enough that you can pick them up before they boom. But Chilling Reign, man, this is a tough set to pull from. This is a really hard card to pull. I opened a lot of Chilling Reign. Never pulled it. Pulled tons of alt arts, lots of Shadow Riders, lots of Zeraoras, no Blazikens. Blaziken, I'd say if you're chasing this, if you really want it, maybe pick it up now, because this card's going to keep popping off. It's a number 1 card in a set that's really hard to pick up right now. Chilling Reign is only going to go up in value from here. Might be the best time to pick it up before it's too late. Now, the best card from Fusion Strike in many people's eyes, the Gengar. This card is a beaut. I have a buddy who sent one into PSA. He should be picking it up in the next couple days. I'm really stoked to see if it comes back at 10. I hope it is for him, because it'll be like the best card in his collection. It's a card I wish I pulled. Personally, I skipped Fusion Strike. I should have opened it more. Looking back, this set is amazing, but at the time I had like fatigue from opening up so much Chilling Reign, Evolving Skies Celebrations. I knew Brilliant Stars was after this set, and I was just like, I need to skip one. Chose Fusion Strike, shouldn't have. My mistake. But anyways, this Gengar has been blowing up again over the last month. Something happened at the end of March where everyone just decided all these cards were undervalued and needed to go for more money. It went from 216 to 287. This card went up, $70 in, a month, 3 weeks. Incredible. It's going to keep climbing. This is going to hit $300. All these cards are on a steady growth pattern. They're going to have to drop eventually, I'd assume. But, it's also kind of late into the game for Sword and Shield. We're getting into whatever we're going to see for Scarlet and Violet. Like, if there's something amazing and massive that comes out in the next few Scarlet Violet sets, then we might see these alternate arts chilling. But people are still heavily focused on Sword and Shield era. Everyone still wants the alt arts. Everyone still wants that sealed collection. I really didn't think everything would just be blowing up as much as it is, especially considering how much Sword and Shield was printed. But that just doesn't matter. If the artwork is there and the demand is there, these sets are all going to continue to climb, and the singles will have to follow suit. All right, number 3 in the top 10, Lost Origins Giratina. This is like the big card everybody really likes. I still have never seen this card in person. I haven't really gone out looking for it. It's not a card I've been trying to pick up, and Lost Origin wasn't really a set that I ripped open a ton of, but I do have to say this is an amazing card. I'd love it in my collection. Don't think I'll ever have it. Like I said, it's not really my main focus of a card that I need. It's going for a hefty price right now, $305. It's seen just consistent growth over the last 3 months. It's not back up to where it was a year ago. We saw a 1-year high of $328. Right now it's at 305. It got a reprint and kind of dropped. I mean, Lost Origin's pretty easy to find. I'm finding it in collection boxes, Pokeball tins, the, check lane tins, even just blisters and all sorts of stuff out there. I think it's going to do great over time. And this card has proven it, even after all the reprints, this card is steadily just coming back. It's going to hit a 1-year high probably in the next few weeks. 20 more bucks to go. It can do that for sure. There's still a lot of attention on Lost Origin in this card. As soon as the Pokemon Center sells out of Lost Origin, this card's going to boom. Next up, another Evolving Skies. We're not done yet. I know you guys probably know what number 1 is, but number 2, we've got Rayquaza Vmax. This card's awesome. I'm just going to throw this out there. The Rayquaza V has even been kind of popping off in value. If you haven't picked that up and you want it, you might want to consider it now because I think it's going to hit over $100 in the next couple weeks. Any of these Evolving Skies singles, to be honest, if you want them, I would pick them up because they're all going to climb. They're going to be like the tag team alternate arts. Pick them up while you can. The Rayquaza blowing up again over the last month. It went up about $60-$70 in value. It was at $250, March 22nd, and here we are April 13th, and it's at $312. This card's gonna keep going again. It's an amazing card. I love Rayquaza. I would love this, but Evolving Skies is just not practical to open anymore. If you want the singles, pick them up. I wish I opened more of this set when it was affordable and brand new. Not that it was ever like super cheap, but when I was able to find it, I wish I bought just a ton of it, as much as I could, opened as much as I wanted. I'd love to be opening it right now, but when it's so expensive and what I have is worth what it is, I don't want to rip into my booster boxes or my ETBs or whatever I have sitting around when a pack is going for what it's going for. But Rayquaza sitting at number 2, amazing card. It's seen steady growth over the last couple weeks, and it's going to continue. About a year ago it was sitting at 303, so it's past its 1-year high now, and I think it's going to go up. Is this going to hit $400? It very well could. Next up, everyone's favorite, kind of the talking point of the Pokemon TCG hobby over the last couple years is the Moonbreon card. This card still blowing up in value. I am still dumbfounded that I have a PSA 10 sitting on my wall here. I set up this nice frame. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen this. It's my favorite cards from the Sword and Shield era right there. We've got Charizard, Moonbreon, and Glaiveon Moltres. I'm so stoked I have that in a 10. So the Moonbreon, even with its high population, even with just the massive amount of them out there, I'm sure they've been changing hands nonstop since this card kind of, right around Silver Tempest, this card kind of blew up. That was when everyone was super hyped on it. It's stayed hyped. I thought it would drop. Here in Canada, these cards are going for $1,000 raw at card shops, which is incredible. I remember them going for $800 at the same card shop when I thought it was too expensive and it had to drop. But that's not the case. It's continuing to climb. Will Moonbreon hit $1,000? I think it will one day. I don't think it's going to be in 2024. We'll have to wait and see. Alright guys, so that is your top 10 alternate art Pokemon cards as of April 13th, 2024. That could change in the next couple days. I'm going to try to post this on the 14th tomorrow, but you never know. These cards could just flip-flop. You could see Lugia take off some more. You could see Umbreon V pop up to the top 5 for sure. This top 10 list of alternate arts is ever changing. There's lots of them that are spiking up, that are in not just in the top 10, but the ones that are down there 15, 20, 25. Some of them are popping up pretty heavy. You know what the low ones are. I don't think they're going to go up too much, but a lot of these heavy hitters, big contenders, are climbing in value. I'd say if you want them, get them before it's too late. All right, everybody, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite card in this top 10 list, and what card do you think deserves to be number 1 from the Sword and Shield era? Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.